Hi, Jackie Wicks, PEERtrainer, here with Blake Castle, again, founder, CEO of Body Elastics, resistance bands. And I mentioned to Blake that I just want the basics, a basic sort of 10-minute, 3 times a week workout to complement whatever I'm doing. And I'm a complete beginner. So we're moving on to exercise too.
Right.
And I would like to maybe talk about, I can't believe I'm doing this on camera, the jiggly. See, I mean, my arms are okay, but this little stuff here.
That's the wave muscle. Because when you stop waving, it keeps going.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that right now. This is a great exercise.
Okay, great.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you do it. So let's take off. You know what? Let's do this first. Put the door anchor, which is down there, the soft part, at the top of the door.
Okay.
So from this side. So I want you to come here. Although you know what? This door is kind of high. Easy enough. You can flip it right over. Do it again.
Okay, but if I was by myself, that wouldn't have been hard.
Okay, so now we're locked to the top of the door. Let's unclip all of the bands from the handles. And then I want you to take out all the bands except for the red.
Okay, so
Take out, right. There you go. Just thread right through. There you go. And now let's put these over here to the side.
okay.
And now clip on an ankle strap to each side of the band.
Okay. So this is an ankle strap, this one,
Okay.
in the system. Okay.
Now I'm going to show it first and I'm going to explain to you what it is.
Okay.
Your tricep muscle, which is back here, which is a problem spot for you, a lot of women. Your tricep's responsible for straightening your arm. Anytime you straighten your arm, you're using your tricep muscle. That's all it does. It doesn't matter what position you're in. You straighten your arm here, it's tricep.
Okay.
Here is tricep. Here is tricep. So what are we going to do? We're going to put some resistance, not a lot, and you know what, we might go to the green, but we're going to put a little bit of resistance against the muscle before you use gravity. But this is a better way for us now with the bands, since we don't really have that luxury. So this is the whole exercise. You know what, I'm going to go lighter for you with the green. But you're just going to stand away from the door. You're going to keep your upper arm pretty much perpendicular to the floor. And what are we going to do? Straighten your arm. Straighten. And I'm going to step back just a little bit. Straighten.
I've seen my husband.
Straighten. That's it. You're going to come all the way up until your forearm's about parallel with the floor. So we get a full stretch. That's the whole exercise. But let me go to a green, because this is, we never want to use too much resistance because your form's going to get worse. And
the greens, how much weight?
the green's going to be just 7 pounds per side.
Okay.
Is there a number on the...
Sure is. So every band comes with, on the clip, it tells you that that's 7 pounds.
All right.
But the rule of thumb is, for toning, you don't want to build. You want to stay very high reps. I would even do 25 to 30 reps.
Okay.
People say 18, but we can go higher than that.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to pick the right amount of resistance, so on 27, 28, 29, you're really burning.
Okay.
So you can hold the handles like this so your hands are, there you go, right. So hold it like this, and so your hands a little farther down, right, so it doesn't slip.
Oh, okay. There we go. Right there, right?
Yep, stand a little farther away from the door. Your arm stays perpendicular to the floor, so bring it back a little bit. Straighten your arm.
Oh, straighten it.
Right, so bring it back. So you bring it here, and then straighten it down.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it, perfect.
Oh, I feel that on
3.
number 3. Okay, so is this why it's
4.
jiggly? Because I feel it on number 3.
It may be, but we're going to firm it right now. Good. That's all that
Harder
muscle
than the
does
squat.
is straighten your arm, and that's all you're doing. So come up a little higher so you get a good stretch. As you work out, there's something in the muscle called cross-bridging, which is on a molecular level. But you want the most cross-bridging that you can get during the exercise, and that's how you do it. You hit the bottom of the movement, you come all the way up and stretch it. Now, you see how you're struggling now? That's a great sign. We're going to go to yellow. It's too much resistance for you. This is too much. That's not what I want you to do.
Wait, how do you know it's too much resistance?
Because she's struggling too much at 16, 17 reps. Let's go lighter,
Okay.
and then let's go towards the 25 to 30 reps, because we really don't want to build, we want to tone.
Okay.
So,
No, is that sort of a rule of thumb with most things? If you're struggling, you want to do a lighter weight because you want to do the higher reps and the less resistance.
exactly.
For a woman. when you're trying to tone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's not like guys who are trying to build, you want to add on more resistance and get, because what that's going to do is, like I said, it's called the theory of adaptation. You're going to, put your muscle under different stresses, and your muscle is going to adapt. And how's it going to adapt? After weeks of doing this, it's going to get bigger, and it's going to get stronger. We kind of want to avoid that. We want to use what you have right now and tone the muscle that's there. So that's why let's stay higher reps.
Now I have a question for somebody who's maybe, quite a bit heavier, right? And they want to really burn fat. They're in hardcore weight loss mode.
Yep.
Would they then want to do lower rep to build muscle to burn fat, or same kind of deal with that
You know
person?
what? People who want to lose a lot of weight, I would leave it to diet and cardio, and use this for the toning.
Got it.
So once you get down there, you don't want to start building muscle as you're losing the weight, and once you stripped all the weight, you're muscular. That's not what you're going for. Diet is so important, even for a guy like me. Diet is incredibly important. If I'm not, I could be working out an hour and a half a day, but if I'm eating a tremendous amount of food, I'm not going to get really cut the way that I want to. Diet is so important. Everything's so intertwined. So for you, we're going to switch you to the yellow.
That was a really good question because there's so many different approaches, and it's interesting because I was just at a sort of what you would call a fusion class, not to be mistaken with diet fusion, and what was interesting is that it was about 90% women. There were a few men in there, but women wanted to get the higher weights. They kept saying, no, I'm going for the 8-pound weight, I'm going for the 10-pound weight. And the instructor kept saying, listen, the weight is not important here.
Right.
You really want to keep your form. You don't have to worry about going to get these huge 10-pound weights.
Well,
and people were struggling.
It depends on what you want. If you want to be a power lifter, then you go for the heavy weights.
Yes.
You want to look great in strapless dress and strappy shoes, you keep your reps high and your weights low.
And now this is a big controversy because we both know this one guy who's out there advocating just lift crazy amounts and stuff. So people hear conflicting information. You hear one guy out there saying, listen, you're much stronger than and you got to lift a ton more weight and put down the 5-pound girl band, girl bars, and pick up 20-pound weight.
Well, like I said, it all depends on what you want. If you want to have a muscular body, then you increase the amount of resistance that you're using in your exercises. You want to stay where you are, but you want to slim down and tone up, then your rep range has to be higher and your weight amount has to be lower. Don't forget also, when you're doing high reps, if I'm doing 30 reps of tricep, then I'm burning fat, I'm burning calories. So most women that I know do not want to bulk. So
Right.
let's stay away from the higher weights. Let's stay away from the exercises that are going to build, and let's do the stuff that's going to tone and work on the other parts, the dieting,
Now, can I
the
do
cardio.
it? Can I do it that fast? What you
Yeah.
just did? I can just really do it fast.
As long as you keep your form, that's fine.
How did I think this is what I was doing?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
And remember, the first time it's going to feel a little awkward. The second, third, fourth time, there you go. You can go faster.
It's just so interesting.
Make sure you come all the way up.
Now, Jackie, are you enjoying doing this?
Not as much as the squat,
Okay.
but I'm also thinking that my quads are so much stronger. It's almost like, for some reason, the squat almost felt like I was stretching.
But you don't feel like
at
you're
the
being,
same time.
but you don't feel like you're about to get injured, right? Because remember.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I could do this. I could do this all the time now.
Okay.
Like, not only do I not feel like I'm doing injured, I actually feel like I have this. How do I explain it? Like, I almost feel like the bands have almost in this really weird way become my personal trainer because they're forcing me to have a very specific motion.
You're good. So
This is amazing because I could not get her to use these things.
They're forcing me to have a specific motion because the personal trainer's there to like watch you and have a specific motion. The bands are here to almost do that same thing. It's really interesting.
How's it feeling? Because
I'm working out very hard.
But you know what? We could have gone
Burns.
with green because you definitely.
This totally burns.
Remember, the other part of that equation
Burning.
is if you're using a yellow and you're not really feeling the exercise and you're going through 30 reps and it's not feeling like a lot, then you're wasting your time. You're going through the motions, which we don't
That's
want.
burning. That was burning.
Okay.
Oh, I was burning. I was just talking to take my mind off the burning. So that was called the.
That's tricep extension, just standing tricep extension.
And so would I go from that ski squat to the standing tricep extension? Would that be number 2 in my
Sure.
10-minute supplemental workout?
Absolutely. You can
Okay.
definitely do it that way.
Great. Perfect.